This is the Disarmament Video Survey. It is a public opinion poll, and no one is edited out because of their point of view.
This show was recorded at Union Square in San Francisco,
The U.S. Capitol, and the White House,
Frankfurt and Lexington, Kentucky,
in the Harajuku and Toranomon areas of Tokyo,
at the taxi pool at O'Hare Airport,
in Toronto, Ontario, Canada,
at West 72nd Street and Broadway in New York City.
On Armed Forces Day, May 15th, 1982.
At Brooklyn, New York City.
At Boston City Hall in Boston.
At Rockefeller Plaza in New York City.
The Capitol and on Congress Avenue in Austin, Texas.
São Paulo, Brazil.
My name's Ernest Austin. I think they should do away with all of the atomic bombs, stuff like that, because they are going to destroy each other, maybe the world, which I am sure that will happen. I was over there when they dropped that bomb, atomic bomb. I never want to see nothing like it.
My name's Billy Knox. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I would like to find some way to limit atomic weapons to the ownership of the United States only. Thank you.
I'm Jacob Fisher, and I'm from 610 West 110th Street in Manhattan. And I'm not an expert on nuclear bombs or nuclear radiation, but I do know that the world can be blown up 7 times with all the bombs on the face of this earth. And when I first heard that, I was shocked. I mean, I really was. And my mother told me, when there's going to be a nuclear war, there isn't going to be a war. It's going to be mass annihilation. And here at the Delacorte Theater in Central Park, I was making these haikus. Haikus is a sort of poem. And I read them to my mother, and she started crying. And I didn't know what to think then, but I know what to think now, that it can't go on like this. And I don't want to be around when the bomb is dropped.
My name is Nick Dorso from Merrick, New York. I'm in the 7th Regiment, Artillery Corps. I think that we should arm right to the teeth. That's it.
My name is Jane Angelis. I'm in San Francisco. I've become pretty nihilistic about the disarmament situation and the nuclear situation. I think maybe the non-nuclear countries should get together and give an ultimatum to the nuclear countries, set out some kind of timetable for not only freezes but actual disarmament, since the materials to build such bombs are readily available and almost any country can go nuclear within a period of a month. It's a pretty extreme position, but that's, I think, where the situation is now. Very extreme. I'm not going to have children. I don't expect to live beyond 40. That's it.
My name is Norman Cibolo, and I'm from Surrey, British Columbia. And in regards to the disarmament program in this world of today, I am in favor of it, but I think that they're not doing anything to help the human race on this earth, for the fact that they're sending millions of young people to their deaths, and it's all on account of the capitalist millionaires in this world, and I think they should load them all up on a boat and send the millionaires to fight the wars and see how many of them would go.
My name is Michelle Brown, and I live in Lakeview Apartments on 106th Street and 5th Avenue. And I work at the unemployment office behind me. And I don't think that they should spend money on nuclear weapons, because there's people with no jobs, no homes, hungry, that they could be spending the money, something worthwhile that could help people instead of hurting them.
My name is Frank Lang. I'm from San Francisco, California. I worked with nuclear weapons when I was in the United States Air Force, and there you had quite a definite opinion about nuclear weapons. You were told that that was the only way to save the United States. After seeing it, after seeing how they're handled, after seeing the policies that go on with them, I'm frightened. And although I feel that it's not a problem that's going to go away overnight or even over after a decade, it's a very definite problem, and I think that all the help that anybody can give into going together and controlling these damn things is the best. So that's it from a veteran.
Okay. My name is Marjorie Plon, and I live in Milwaukee, Oregon, and I am in electronic assemblies, and I am all for going forward on all nuclear development that there is possible. I feel that our country should be up and above all else at all times. And really, when it comes down to it, what do we have to worry about if we have God in our hearts? There is nothing to be concerned about whether our country goes or whether it doesn't, because we know where our eternal home is. Thank you.
My name is Wolf Zachary Glass, and you want me to tell my feelings about nuclear disarmament? Well, the future generations is for people all to get together and try to speak out to the government, for the kids to speak out to the government. We're really trying to save the world. Because, like, we don't want Reagan to start a nuclear war or anything.
Is that it?
Yeah, but, yeah, I got a letter from the White House, because I wrote Reagan a letter to nuclear disarmament, and he didn't write anything back except that we should start praying. And I didn't think that was the right thing to do, because you can't pray to stop nuclear power. You gotta get together and work. And I could tell that he didn't care a bit, because that was just like an excuse.
My name is Irving Shell. I live in Chicago, and I know all about wars, and I don't like war no more than anybody else. But I think you people are spinning your wheels by talking to yourself. You don't want war. Of course you don't want war. Nobody wants war. You think Reagan wants war? I'm sure he don't. And I'm not even a Republican. I'm a Democrat. He don't want war. Nobody wants war. But don't talk to yourself. Talk to the Soviet Union. You want them to do all the preparing, get everything organized, while you people don't want war? Well, they want war. You better get ready. And I think that we are making a big mistake, not backing up our president. That's what he was elected for. Give him your backing. Don't fight him. But you're fighting the wrong man. You want to talk to yourself? Keep talking to yourself. It won't do you any good. But you get the Soviet Union to cooperate, then maybe you'll get somewhere. This is a waste of time.
Hello out there. My name is Stephanie Jackson, right? I go to Satellite West. I attend there right now at the present time. But coming up this fall in September, I'll be going to Brooklyn Tech. All right, now, the question these people ask me is whether or not what I think about nuclear arms. All right, so I'm going to tell you people now, I think it is very dumb now. Because you shouldn't have even invented it, because, like, I mean, you could just destroy the whole world. It doesn't make no kind of sense. I mean, you're just going to blow up each other. What kind of sense does that make? And plus, you know, like, I mean, they say Russia they say they're going to throw a nuclear arm at us just for a kick out of it. That doesn't make any kind of sense. So, I mean, like, y'all should get rid of them somehow. I'm serious. I'm talking to you, Mr. Reagan. That's right. Y'all should get rid of them because, like, it's silly. It's very silly.
I'm Jane Dodds. I'm a publicity officer and I live in County Durham. My feelings about world disarmament are quite simple. It costs so much money to make such enormous and expensive ways of killing people all around the world. There are far cheaper ways of committing suicide.
Mein Name ist Hackmann, so wie Hackfleisch, ja?
My name is Hackmann, and I'm in any case an advocate of peace. But on both sides, the Soviets as well as the US. Because otherwise, we Germans, we won't live to see who wins. We won't live to see, do you understand? We will perish. We won't even know who the winner was. We won't need to know anything. We won't be alive. Very simple, isn't it?
Ganz einfach, nicht wahr?
My name is Bella Absag.
and I'm president of Women USA. I used to be in Congress, and I've been a mother all my life. Those nuclear weapons are aimed at you and me, our friends, our neighbors, our kids. We have to aim back with our votes, with our petitions, with our voices, to tell the people in the Congress, in the White House, in the Pentagon, here and in the Soviet Union and all over the world, that the people want to live. And we will make that decision to end the arms race and to create general and complete disarmament so that we can settle disputes peaceably around the negotiating table.
Okay, my name is Mike Brown, cab driver, and I live in the city of Chicago. And as far as disarmament is concerned, it's an interesting question. On the surface, it's good to say, hey, let's get rid of everything. But you got two problems. First of all, if you look at the other side, the Russians, I don't know. There are people that don't have any regard for human life or human rights. And that makes it dangerous. But yet, on the other hand, we have over here, I don't know, to me, Reagan is an unstable type of person, you know. And so what happens if you give an unstable person a weapon? He becomes very dangerous and he scares you. So, you know, it's a difficult question, but we've got to look at both ends of it.
My name is Arthur Price. I live in Chicago. I work in systems consulting. I am for armament to the absolute maximum. Russia only knows one virtue, aggression, that's proven historically, year after year after year. The United States needs to turn from a paper tiger to a real one. Thank you.
My name is Selma Tarantola, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm frightened. I'm frightened for all of us. I'm frightened for the world. Our children have a right to grow up, and unless there is a nuclear freeze, they're not going to have that opportunity. It has to start, and it has to start somewhere. And we can't worry about who has the advantage, because there'll be no advantage for anyone. I think people of the world have to join hands and insist on a nuclear freeze. We're fighting amongst ourselves on trivial issues, and nothing is as important as the survival of our world, of our planet. So I think that that's got to be the next move, and it has to be an instant move for all of us.
My name is Gene Ash. You want to talk about the bomb? Talk to the president. Talk to the president. He should take care of it. That's his job. If he doesn't do it, we get rid of his ass.
I'm Jose Torres from Manhattan, PS 110, 4th grade. The way I feel about nuclear war, I'm not so happy about it. But the only thing I don't like is that thousands and thousands of people are going to die, and I'm going to be one of them. And I don't want to die. That's the problem. Thank you.
My name is Frank Beretta. About this nuclear war, I think it should all be done away with, go back to the original way, and people will live a little bit longer. Right? But I doubt whether they're going to get anywhere, the way they're going about it. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll all wind up in the same place, downstairs.
My name is Frank Snow. I'm a minister. I live in Rochester, New York. And I think that the country is embarked upon a program of military rearmament which is excessive, wasteful, and not really in the best interest of the country. It's going to destroy us economically long before any exterior threat from the Soviet Union could possibly destroy us militarily. It's a bad idea, and I'm against it.
My name is Carlo Polvanezzi. I'm a San Franciscan, a friend of Joe DiMaggio. My father was a fisherman. The man just gave me a question about certain things, about disarmament of nuclear weapons. And the only thing that I could say about these weapons is this. I leave it up to the big men that know much about it. I don't know much about it. So what they think they should do or not do, I just leave it up to them.
Hello, my name is Sam Chrysler. I'm in Rochester, New York. I'm a musician. I, for one, am just totally against the idea of nuclear weapons. It seems to me it's gotten completely out of hand, that since the precedent of using them was set by the United States, the precedent of disarmament should also be ours.
My name's Joe Franco, and I live in Brooklyn. I'm a fireman.
And I feel that disarmament's possible, but only if the people in office want it to be so. I think it's the will of the people, and it's until we convince the people in office that that's what we want, and they agree with us and go along with what we have to say, then only then will it be possible.
Billy McGilligan. I'm from Chicago. I'm unemployed. Just talk about disarmament? I don't think it'll do any good. I mean, to think that, you know, just to dissolve all guns and weapons and things like that isn't going to change what's inside people's minds. There's too many tricks and intrigues going on. Besides, it would take all the fun out of war for a lot of people.
My name's Bill Hoderbeck. I'm in the United States Army Reserve. I live in Garland, Texas, and I'm all for the arms race, and that's about all.
My name is Luciano Frank. I live on Union Street in the city of Brooklyn. I'm being interviewed. And what do I think of the atomic? Well, they're crazy if they ever started. There won't be anybody left, I can guarantee you that much. Am I right?
You're right.
No, I spent 4 years over there in the last one. I thought we were going to finish, but I don't think so. Enough?
Hi, my name is Don Davis. This here is my son, Brandon. We don't want nuclear arms. We don't want nuclear war. I want to keep the fillings in my teeth. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm.
My name is Janet Kent. I'm a registered nurse. My daughter Jessica Kent is 7 years old. And just recently we were walking, coming out of the F train in Brooklyn, and we saw a small poster for a rally on June 12th for nuclear disarmament. And I had to explain nuclear disarmament to a 7-year-old, which isn't easy, because I don't understand it. And her reaction was quite simple. She said, "Why don't you do something about it?" And I said, "I don't know what to do anymore. I've signed my petitions and I've been to my rallies." She said, "But do something. How could you do this to me?" And I felt very bad. So I think my kid and I are going to go to the rally on June 12th.
I'm Joe Papp. I'm the producer of the New York Shakespeare Festival, put on plays, produce films and television. This is my park, Central Park. We have a theater here. And I'm very concerned about the future of the world. And I'm concerned about the future of children, my children, other children, and myself. And I think nuclear disarmament is the prime issue of our generation.
I'm in favor of immediate nuclear war. I think we should use all the armaments we have, all the countries should use them up, because I think it's a waste not to use all the stuff that we spent so much money on. I also think that having a nuclear war right away would probably be the best way of equalizing things among all nations. We wouldn't have to worry about developed or undeveloped nations, and we wouldn't have to worry about things like balanced budgets or prayer in public schools. And so I think the best thing is that if we just use all the weapons we have, we won't need any more. We just blow up everybody right away. I think this will solve the problem. But it's about probably the only way we're going to get disarmament is if we use everything we have right now.
My name is Janet Powers, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. And unfortunately, we live in times where we have to worry about the other guy. And so I think we should build up our nuclear weapons in this country to keep up with the Russians, just in case.
I live in Harrison, New Jersey, but I was born in New York City. And I believe that we shouldn't let them Russians inherit this earth. We have to keep pace with them. We also have to take care of our problems. But we still can't let them take this good country of ours and do whatever they want with it. We should eliminate them instead of them trying to eliminate us.
Good morning. My name is Roxanne Anderson. I live in the city of San Francisco. I'm a housewife, or a homemaker, whichever you prefer. Actually, looking back over the years, wars have not proven to be the end of wars. They haven't proven anything except somebody had more arms than the other person. That being the case, there's no hope in the world of an expectation that a nuclear war will do anything but wrap us up permanently. It won't prove who was right or who was wrong.
My name's Anthony Mills. I live on the east side of Buffalo, New York. A business management student at Bryan and Stratton Business Institute and an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Army. And as far as nuclear disarmament is concerned, I think that's an impossibility. But I do agree with the freeze on nuclear weapons. Because I seriously believe if the Russians think that they are stronger than the United States in the arms race, they'll either issue the United States an ultimatum to surrender or either commit suicide or they'll attack the United States. I think what all the countries on this planet we call Earth should do is get together, find an uninhabited island, build a city as large as Moscow or the New York City, drop one bomb on it so everybody would know the destructive power of one nuclear bomb. Maybe that'd get a lot of people to thinking about the nuclear arms race.
Charles Griffin. Charles Griffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, Charles.
It's bad. It's bad. It's real bad.
Okay.
And it's so bad you can't have it in your house.
I'm Pat DeCuffa. I teach school at middle school in Fredericksburg, Texas, and these are sixth graders pushing me off the curb here. As far as an opinion about nuclear weapons is concerned, I just hope that whoever has control of all of it uses sense and judgment when they make any decisions about it.
My name is Ann Groach, and I'm from Rochester, New York. And my father works in nuclear arms, and so I think it's good, and it puts me through college. And I think we need it for defense, and I think before you should speak out on it, you should know about it.
My name is Hamid Samra, and I'm a cab driver. I live in Chicago here, and I do love America, and I do feel that America should never stop making armament, should make the most sophisticated weapons, the most powerful weapons, and even nuclear weapons. U.S. must build them up, and I do believe this is a way and the most strong way to defend us and to defend any U.S. citizen and to defend anybody who lives in the United States. And I am a Palestinian. And thank you very much.
Hi, my name's George Slink, and I'm presently a student. And I feel that we should keep up the arms race because I don't feel that any treaties we make with the Russians, they're going to do what we say. I don't think you can believe anything they do. And even though we can blow up the world a couple times over, I think we can do that. Blow up the world a couple times over. There's new missiles and stuff that can blow up other things. I think we should definitely keep it up. All right, that good?
My name's Andy Feynman. I'm a bond analyst. I work in New York, live in Westchester. I'm a member of the National Libertarian Committee. I feel that we should take all our military people and military facilities out of every country except for the United States and make this country unbeatable and impregnable and let the rest of the world fuck themselves. Well, I can't curse, can I? That's it.
Hi, my name is Richie Havens, and I travel a great deal around the planet every year, 2 or 3 times a year, and it's interesting to find out and to note for myself in my lifetime that everyone is thinking about the same thing, the planet itself. And that seems to be what's going to be the next thing to get together on. And I like to say that for everyone, and the planet must be saved, whether it's nuclear disarmament or anything related to nuclear. It has to go. It's not normal.
My name is Sergio Mamberti. I'm an actor in São Paulo, Brazil. I was born in 1939 during the war, and I saw how terrible the war was. And my mother would tell me that when war was over, everything would be all right. In 1945, war was over. I believed in it. And then I saw it was not true. In the 60s, I got married. I have 3 children. And I saw that if you want peace, you must fight for it. Not with guns, but with something stronger, love maybe. And it's not enough you to wish peace, you must fight for it. And now I think that you must do it now, or else nobody will survive.
My name is Fred LaSalle, and I live in Manhattan, right around the City Hall area. And as far as disarmament is concerned, I'm for strong armament. I want our country to be strong, and that's my opinion on it. I think we should be strong to maintain our country a strong nation and worried about its people. And I think that's a great thing to have in this country, to be very strong.
Hi, my name is Shaka Khan. I'm a singer and I'm from Chicago. And I think that nuclear weapons suck canal water.
My name is Robert Milner. I'm a resident here of Nelson, British Columbia, but I'm a native of this planet. And that's what bothers me. Are we going to have a planet around? These people want to blow it up. They want to cause war and destruction. Meanwhile, they sit in their plush homes and watch their televisions and drink their whiskey. They don't care what happens to people as long as they get their money and they get their food and they're happy. Thank you.
Name is Sadekule Vitayo. I live in Chicago. I'm a cab driver. You see, there's no need for too many nuclear weapons or nuclear, because we have enough. We need jobs. I don't feel like driving cab, you know. When there's no alternative, I have to do something. You need job, you know. There's no job in the city than be building nuclear arms. We're not looking for no war. We're looking for peace, you know. I mean, do something.
I live in New York City. I work for an engineering company in Manhattan. My opinion on the nuclear arms race is if we're trying to manufacture and stockpile weapons for national security, what sort of security is that? If there's no one left after a war, what are we securing? If there was a bomb that hit Manhattan at ground zero, it would blow out from Yonkers in the north to Brooklyn, to New Jersey, to Connecticut, and they're talking about evacuating us all. Where the hell would we go? Has anybody ever tried to get out of New York on a Friday afternoon like today and get up on the highways out of town? I mean, there's no way in hell anybody would move out of here. I think we'd have, what, maybe half a minute if there's a Russian submarine off the coast that shot a nuclear missile at New York. What sort of warning would we have? I'd say everybody'd be dead. We might have a few militarists left alive, and what sort of society would they start? Look what they're trying to do to this one.
My name is Chieko Ishii, and I live in Tokyo. My occupation is a freelance illustrator. This is a nuclear. I don't like a nuclear. Throw out to the trash. And also, I don't like armaments. Throw away to the trash. This is my message.
This was the Disarmament Video Survey. It was a public opinion poll, and no one was edited out because of their point of view. This tape was made by over 300 independent video producers throughout the United States and internationally.